Welcome to the Jeccles 69 channel, where shit is always interesting. Today's date is the 17th of February 2015 and this is the technology news. Recently, Amazon and other shop markets on the internet have set up a drone delivery system, but the US have just changed their laws about the usage of drones around their country, which has impacted on these plans. The new aviation rulings say that drones can only be used when they are within your line of sight, and the height is only limited to 500 feet. Many drone enthusiasts and companies are saying that the height should be modified, and that because of the first-person perspective that you can get from onboard cameras on drones, they don't need to stay within your line of sight. However, the US government are doing this because they don't want people using drones to spy on them and go into areas where people can't see them and being used for nefarious reasons. So therefore there has been a coalition set up to try and help modify these rulings so that drones can be used in better ways and for ways companies would wish to use them. These coalition include the members DJI and Ghost, GoPro, Google's R&D arm Google X. The BBC's radio streaming division are upgrading what they use to stream their content online and through apps. This has meant that many people who are using different apps and ways of listening to the radio cannot hear the BBC's radio broadcasts because of the fact that they are changing over equipment and they've got to decide whether or not to continue with the contract that they already have or stop using them, and because of this contract it means they can't use them again for a few years, so they have to stick with what they're moving on to. So they've got to make sure that it works, and they're hoping that many people will go to a single format of streaming known as MPEG-, which will be industry-wide and open sourced. So even though many people, about 5% though of the users, are losing out on radio streaming that are for the blind and hearing impaired, it does mean that when normal service is resumed it will be better, it will be faster, and it will be easier to use, quicker to use, and clearer when it comes to actually listening to it. There's just a flux at the moment between the transition from going from the old technology to the new. Dotcom is playing down the guilty plea to a Megaupload employee. The employee that has been taken to court pleaded guilty to uploading and downloading copyrighted information and films from such studios as Fox and Universal to the data streaming site Megaupload, founded in New Zealand by Mr. Dotcom, who the US are still trying to extradite for trial over copyright issue claims. However, Mr. Dotcom says that he personally didn't do anything wrong by simply setting up a file sharing website. It was the users, so therefore they can't extradite him. And for the last few years he has been under house arrest in New Zealand in his mansion, which sits on top of his own personal private golf course. I could think of worse ways to be imprisoned in your own home, especially if you didn't live in a multi-million-pound mansion. A white hacker has informed Facebook about a manipulation in 4 lines of code that can delete yours and other people's photographs. He emailed Facebook to say that he had found this glitch, and through the Facebook scheme that gives certain white hackers a reward, he has been rewarded £8,130 or $12,500 for informing them about this hack. If you find a hack within Facebook and you don't abuse it or use it in a malicious way, and you inform Facebook about it, they won't take any lawsuit against you, and they might reward you with money or give you a thank you notice on one of their website's messaging boards. And on a more light-hearted note of the technology news, a Need for Speed car bought by a UK mum has been used on multiple occasions to drop her kids off at school. Many people who have witnessed the car driving around the town have actually fallen over. One old man fell over a trash can looking at it, and she has been stopped by the police numerous times, but because it looks absolutely nothing like a UK police car, it is perfectly fine to drive on the road. Even the number plate is fine, which stands for PlayStation 3 Need for Speed, because this was used as a marketing tool for one of the Need for Speed games. And as you can see, it says Dodge on it, and it's got the Dodge City Police Department there with the 911 number. So it's clearly not a UK police car, and it doesn't light up, it's not UV. The blue lights work, but it doesn't have the siren. And as she's already said, the police have said it is fine for her to use on the roads. Wish I had a car like that going to and from school. That would be great. Getting picked up by the police every day. You'd be considered quite a hard bastard really over here if that was the case, and your parents would be considered cool and the best. And as an extra for you on today's technology news, scientists have found a way to create a mechanical stomach and organs. These are basically a huge chipboard with the wires and everything going through it so that it can mimic the reaction stomachs have to certain chemicals and foods. They are hoping to one day miniaturize it so that anybody who is in the army or who is in aid groups can go to areas and countries and test the food, test the water, and see exactly what would happen if it went into the stomach, therefore finding out whether or not it is safe or not to eat and drink, or if it's been poisoned. And it's also a great way to test out unknown chemical substances and foods to find out if they're eligible for consumption in a human stomach. It's amazing what technology is doing these days, and it's moving at a rate of knots that we can't keep up with, and loads of people and scientists are using it in a way to better themselves and humanity. And it's great. It's just fantastic. Thank you very much for watching the technology news on the Jeccles 69 channel, where the shit is always interesting. Remember to check out, share and subscribe to my channel for some more interesting shit. And until next time, take care and keep smiling. This is the Jeccles 69 channel, where interesting shit happens every day. So remember to subscribe and comment to our channel for interesting shit to do with the world of technology. Hits on Twitter, film reviews, my life with Android and Kickstarter. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe and comment, and until next time, keep your shit interesting.